Tommy's Ultimate Garage. Thank you for joining me on today's spectacular car. You say, Tone, that's a lot of spectaculars for one car. I'm gonna tell you, you know what? It's because it is spectacular. Listen, I got this from a weird dude named Nick, and that story goes like this. You say, well, Tone, why would you buy a car from a weird dude? You wanna buy a car from this guy. This guy took care of a car like nobody can take care of a car. This car was wrapped in a garage, wrapped inside of a car cover, right? Then it has floor mats on top of the floor mats, right? This is what I'm talking about. Washed and waxed 4 times a year, oil changed, everything, fluids, all that stuff every year, every 6 months, scrub brushes here, toothbrushes here. This restoration costs more than you'll have to pay for this car. Why? Because that's what they cost to restore, and the workmanship and craftsmanship that went into this is phenomenal. As we walk around here, I know what it takes to restore a car, and it is super expensive. You throw in a Mercedes, right, of this vintage of the 80s, right? This car is 43 years old today. I want you to think about that number. This car is 43 years old. You know how many 1980s movies these cars were in? And to find one in this condition, driven just a little over 1,000 miles a year, it's only been driven 1,000 miles a year since it was fully restored, right? This is beautiful. All right. We're going to spend some time looking at this. How about the color combination, right? The white with the red interior. This has 2 tops. We're going to look at that. This has the upgraded chrome wheels. I mean, this is, I get excited because I know how much time and effort they put in to present this car. It's come to time in their lives where they can no longer drive it, and now it's time to make it yours. All right, so this car has just arrived. Matter of fact, I haven't even done the write-up on it yet. I had to steal the write-up from another car to talk about it. I'm winging everything that I'm telling you only because I'm trying to remember everything he said to me about it. It is a long, long list. The folder is like this thick of receipts. This car was taken apart and put back together. The paint, I know that people say that's great paint and what have you. This paint is so good looking. It's got a hand-painted pinstripe on it. It's got the chrome fender well, the chrome wheels here. It's so reminiscent of the 80s. The great thing about it is if you, for some reason, don't love these right here, these just are screwed on. They don't have to stay there. You don't have to have them on there. And you can also do silver wheels too if you like. It's whatever you want. However, it looks really, really good. The issue that we have, though, is that it's white. And in here, it doesn't really show well when we do our special test of it. But I want to tell you that the paint is what we call mirror finish. And like, I don't want to put my face in there because then you'll be sick and I don't want you to see that. But I'm telling you, mirror finish, I'm looking at the ceiling in here and it is spectacular. So let me just do it real quick as we do our test anyway, so you can see. But look how clear every single letter is in there. And you can just see the clearer the letter is, the better the paint. The paint is so good, it's just amazing. All right, so I want to talk about effort, right? Effort means all of these stainless pieces are new, lenses are new, trim is new. Who puts this with the special caps on top of it? You know, people who want to have the nicest car available of its kind. All these lenses here are new. The grille is new. When we look under the hood, I haven't touched this car, right? We normally do our stuff where we detail the engine compartments and those kinds of things. I haven't done anything yet with it. I wanted you to see it in its raw state, just so you could see it before we got to it. It really is very nice. The chrome on the side, the trim on the side, the bodywork on the side, the fact that when you look down this car, it looks amazing. The pictures are really good. In person, it's even better. It's even better. So let's take a peek under the hood, and I'll tell you why I want to do that, because there's a lot of luxury features you get with this car. Keep in mind, this car was over $30,000 in 1980, right? A Chevrolet was somewhere around the $6,500 to $9,900 mark, right? This was a very expensive car during its time. That's in today's dollars, it's almost $120,000, which makes it more expensive than even today's SL, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. All right, let me pop the hood and we'll check that out. One of the most fun things too is trying to find the hood latch on these cars. Most people, 99.99% of people, have no idea how to open the hood. It has an inside release, and they'll spend days looking around it. I want to show you real quick so you know. It's right inside here. Stick your fingers in there, and the latch is right there. Okay? All right, some super important things you need to see here. Why are these important? I'll tell you why they're important. For instance, this is the build tag with the options and things like that on the car. Here is the VIN number still stamped in the front piece here. You say, Tone, that's great, but why is that important? Well, let me tell you why that's important. If this car was in an accident, they would have replaced this piece and you wouldn't have these pieces anymore. They don't sell those pieces. They don't sell this tag. They don't sell pieces of metal with the VIN number stamped in there. Nice aluminum V8 in here, right? Factory air conditioning, factory four-wheel disc brakes, factory power steering, right? Fast ratio rack and pinion steering. These cars are fast, they're powerful, they handle well, they ride amazing, right? And all of this in here is nicely packaged, easy to get to, right? And this has all been serviced, the transmission has been rebuilt, it's all really ready to go. And again, we haven't touched it. It looks this clean and we haven't done anything to it. That's pretty amazing. All right, so part of the styling of these cars is the back end of them because it's beautifully done, right? It's an evolution from the 380 SL to the 450 to the 560. These cars continue to go up in value. Why? Because they have great style and they're amazingly engineered. This one in particular, all new stainless, taillights, trim, pieces like that, new exhaust system. Look how beautiful it looks under there. The underneath of the car is really, really great. This is all really nice, but this doesn't tell the full story. Here's where the story gets even better, right? First off, this is beautifully done inside, all painted satin black like it's supposed to, not body color. Brand new trunk carpeting in here, and then of course, right, why wouldn't you not only keep it garage, but why wouldn't you put another car cover on top of the car cover, right? This person, I called him weird, he laughed because he knew he was, and that's exactly right. When it was restored, this is all of the things that kept it in this kind of condition, and it just, things fit, things close, things, they're like new. And that's why when you get a car like this, you can't experience, or you actually can't even know, right, the quality of a car like this until you see it in person and get to drive it, because it really is a level above many others that we've ever had. All right, so you're going to join me inside here. Why are we going to get inside here? Because this is where you're going to spend most of your time. But I want to talk about the level of effort it takes to get an interior to this. This is probably close to a $10,000 interior. Every single piece, from the real Mercedes leather. This was restored using OEM parts, right? These weren't restored using aftermarket parts. So this is Mercedes leather, right? All these carpets are correct. It does have an upgraded digital sound system, but this piece right here, believe it or not, they sell a jump seat for here. Got grandkids or something like that, you want to put them back there, you want to put the dogs back there and hook their harnesses up so that they feel nice and safe, right? This is a very useful shelf. You want to throw some soft bags in there, plus you have the trunk too, so you could go away for a long, long weekend, maybe a week or whatever. But inside here, man, once you get inside, the footwell lighting works the way it's supposed to. You say, well, Tone, of course the footwell lighting works. It's supposed to. I said, no, because it's 43 years old. 9 times out of 10, that stuff doesn't work at all. But I want you to hear this. Listen to that door, man. Somebody put a lot of time into working the power window motors, all the insides of the doors when they reassembled the whole car. These are the little stuff that we're talking about, the detail stuff that most people don't do. All this wood trim is new. All the wood here is new. The console's been redone. 3 sets of floor mats. 3 sets, not 2 sets. I was wrong in the first pitch. 3 sets of floor mats. There's one down here with the rubber mat on it. There's another set with the Mercedes mat on it. And then there's a clear set right here on top, which is even amazing, right? Look at, they're brand new. And the original mats are underneath. They wanted to keep those as the original pieces too. This Nardi wheel, I don't know about you, but to me, that's a gorgeous wheel. The 3-spoke stainless, signed. Now these cars are powerful. You know, they were considered to be 140 to 150 mile an hour cars back in the day. Don't know that to be true or not. I've never driven one past 149.9. All right, I'm making some of that stuff up, but anyway, you get my point. German power, V8, overdrive automatic, and then you have the luxury stuff like power windows, right? And climate control, this upgraded digital sound system, speakers all around, speakers in back as well. This has Sirius satellite built in too. We have 2 tops, right? Beautiful soft top. This is the first time it's been down since it was restored. The first time we put it down here for the video and the pictures is the first time it's been down since it's restored. I'll also show you some video of the hard top that was painted the exact same time as the rest of the car, so the color would match just right. Because a lot of times what will happen is people will paint the car, and then the next day or 2 or 3 days they have to mix up new paint to paint the hard top, and it doesn't always match the way it's supposed to. That's the detail that I'm talking about, and that's what you're getting here. If this is your baby, right, you're going to put the very best tires you can put on it. You're not going to overspend on them, but you're going to put the very best tires you can put on there. If you're just looking to flip a car, lease turn in, something like that, you're going to put the cheapest tires you can on there. This car came with Michelin's and the chrome wheels. This is over $2,000 just in wheels and tires alone, right? And I knew right away that this car was something different. This hand-painted pinstripe, the amazing stainless and chrome, the paint on the car, all new glass is in the car too, all new glass, all new interior, right? Gauges are all restored, the dash is restored, the upgraded sound system, the underneath of the car is all detailed. It's essentially a new 450 SL, and it is a beautiful, beautiful looking car. Thank you guys for joining me on this test drive. What I want you to hear is this, and that is just the silence of rattle-free, amazingly prepared Mercedes. We're doing this 2023. This is from 1980, 43 years later, and we were driving in this car, and listen, absolute luxury. Handles beautifully because it's four-wheel independent suspension. It's got four-wheel disc brakes, so you got big brakes, you got big V8 power. This was an expensive car back then. It was almost $120,000 in today's dollars. And the interior looks amazing. Well, because it's all brand new. That's part of it. But it is some kind of special to drive, man. Let me tell you, this is a game changer. Everything, you know, in your life needs a reboot, a reset, or whatever, and so do you. And this is how you get that done. You get in this and you drive, leave work, shut that phone off, man, go for a drive, and just go for a drive. Awesome. Anyway, thank you guys for riding with me. I'll see you on the next one.